Hello my dear students, welcome to computer science class. In our previous video class we have studied to write the program to find the position of an element in the array using linear search method. In this particular video class, let us study the new program to find the largest element and its position in an array. We need to find the largest element and its position. Now let us begin here. I have written the three header files followed by the main function, and I have declared certain set of variables that are required for the program. I have taken this I as a variable of type integer because we are using the for loop wherein we need to traverse from one location to the another location in order to insert or in order to fetch the element into the array. Therefore, we need a counter variable and we have used the counter variable as I here. Therefore, we have taken this variable and we have declared here. And then we have the variable known as n in order to read the number of elements into the array. The size as per here is 50. Okay, the range, because the size is 50, the range would lie from 0 to 49 because array subscript starts from the 0th location. Then followed by the largest as a variable I have taken of type integer because I need to find the largest element and store it in this particular variable. And then we should also find the position here. Therefore, I have taken another variable known as POS, which stands for position. Now here we are asking the user to enter how many elements. As per this particular input, if you observe, how many elements the user has provided the input as 5. Okay, that means though the size is 50, the user wishes to enter only 5 elements and this particular value is being stored in a variable known as n. Followed by the next is I am asking the user to enter the array elements. When I ask the user to enter the elements, the user has entered these elements as 10, 20, 40, 5 and 60. Okay. The main task here is to find the largest elements and as well as its position. So when you observe these number of elements, you can make out 60 is the largest element and its position could be that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 60, the largest element is 60 and its position would be 4. This is what I need the output. Now how did I write this program? See, till here I hope you will be able to understand, because so all my previous videos we have seen the code remains the same, how to insert the values in the array. Now this one is from this part actually the logic begins. Now here I am assuming the first element to be the largest element and I am assuming the position of this particular element also, and I am storing that position value in the variable known as POS. I am assuming this one, the first element, that means the element which is being present at the 0th location, I am assuming it to be the largest element. Therefore, this statement I have written here. What I am doing, I am moving the value what is there in A of 0, I am moving that value into the variable known as largest. So remember students, when I am referring to A of 0, when I am referring to the array subscript, I am actually talking about the element. I am talking about the value here. When I will just specify as 0 or when I just specify it as 1, then I will be actually talking about the positions. Since I am assuming the first element, first in the sense 0th element, 0th position, okay, this element to be the largest, I have written this, I am moving the value of A of 0 in the variable that is largest. Therefore, what is the position of this particular element is 0. I am pointing at this location, isn't it? Therefore, POS holds the position as 0. Then, next thing is, I am taking the counter variable to point at this particular location, that is 1. Therefore, the I is initialized at 1. Up to what condition it has to iterate? Up to I less than n. According to this, the size of n will be 5. Less than n means what? That should be I should be less than 4. Till that it should keep on iterating. Okay, and we are moving sequentially one after the another location, therefore it is I plus plus. The main logic how I am following here is, I am assuming this one to be the largest and I am comparing this largest value with the next element. Okay, that is, if this largest element is less than the next element, I am assuming the next element to be the largest. Again I am comparing whether this largest element is less than this next element. If it is true, then I am assuming 40 to be the largest. Like this I am keep on comparing. Okay, and then finally I reach at the position 60, wherein it gets according to these sets of instruction, wherein I could able to find out that 60 is the largest element and its position is 4. Okay, so this is how the logic is based here. Now see here, I am comparing the largest if it is less than A of I. A of I means I is actually pointing to the first location, that means 20. Largest I have assumed 10. So 10 is less than 20. Yes, the condition is true. 10 is less than the 20. On satisfying this particular condition, these sets of statements will be executed, wherein I am assuming A of I, that is what is there in A of I, 20. 20 is being moved to the variable largest. That means the previous value of largest 10 will be raised and the new value I got 20 to be the largest, and I am copying its position. See, there is a lot of difference between A of I subscript and only I. When I refer as A of I, actually I will be referring to the value. When I just refer as I will be actually representing with its position. Now let us get a complete clarification by looking at the tracing of the program here. Now this is the program tracing where I am actually entering the elements into the array. See, at the first iteration, so I'll be explaining right from here. Okay, at the first position, I is pointing to the 0th location means, okay, like this an array will be created. So when I is equals to 0 means I will be actually pointing at this particular location, and followed by we are checking the condition whether 0 is less than 5, because we know the n value is 5. Yes, the condition is true. On satisfying the condition, the true part of the statement will be executed, wherein it reads the A of I value. What is the current value of I? I is 0. So it reads the first element onto the output screen and place it in the position that is A of 0. Therefore 10 will be extracted from the console output and it will be stored in the position where there is A of 0. Like this 10 will be placed. Initially I will be pointing to the 0th location, means at this point it will be pointing. As per this, the condition also satisfies. Therefore it reads the first element and store it into the A of 0. After that I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, definitely I will start pointing at this location. Here it comes. Definitely I starts pointing at this location. That is 1 is less than 5. Yes, the condition is true. On satisfying, read the next element here from the console output. Read the element, because this will be already extracted and it will be placed. The very next element is this one. So this 20 will be extracted and it will be placed in A of 1. So this A of I will extract 20. I, in the sense, current value of I is 1 children. Therefore 20 will be placed in the A of 1 location. After that again I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, definitely it will start pointing at which location? It will start pointing at the second location. Again we are going to check whether, here you can see this one, it will be pointing to at this location, second location, whether 2 is less than 5 children. Yes, the condition is true. Once it is true, what we are executing? C in A of 2. That means what? The 40 element will be extracted and it will be stored in A of 2. It will be stored in A of 2. After that again I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, I becomes 3 and it will start pointing at the location third. So 3 is less than 5. The condition is true. On satisfying the condition true, here 5 will be extracted and it will be placed in the location that is A of 3. Again I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, it starts pointing at the fourth location as per this. It start pointing at this particular location. 4 is less than 5, the condition is true. The left out value on the console will be 60. So 60 will be extracted and placed it in the A of 4. Therefore, we get an array as 10, 20, 40, 5 and 60 with this particular locations and the subscript. Then again after that I gets again incremented. When I gets incremented, I value will become 5. So 5 is less than 5. 5 is less than 5. Therefore the condition fails and hence it will stop reading the elements or it will stop inserting the elements. Now till now we have just discussed only this part of the code. Now we shall start the rest of the code of analyzing here. Now here we have assumed A of 0 to be the largest. Now what is there in A of 0 children? That is 10 is there. So 10 is being moved in a variable known as largest. So therefore largest will now hold the value as 10. Then what I am doing? I am moving this value 0 to the position variable. Therefore POS position is pointing to, it is holding the location as 0 it is holding. Why? Because why it is holding 0 only? Because I am assuming the first element to be the largest, and what is the position of this first element? That is 0. Therefore POS will hold the 0. The next one is what? I need to point at this particular location and then I need to compare the value what is there in 0th location and compare what is the value at the first location. In order to do that, I need to set my counter variable to point at this particular location. Therefore, I have written here as I is equals to 1. Okay, 1. After that what happens? Whether 1 is less than n. What is the size of the n? That is 5. 1 is less than 5. Yes, the condition is true. On satisfying this particular condition, what I need to compare? I am comparing largest and the very next value. Largest, what does the largest holds? Largest hold 10. Less than A of I. What is the current value of I? That is 1. So A of I will be replaced with what? Its actual value, that is 20. Whether 10 is less than 20? Yes, the condition is true. Since the condition is true, what happens? I have to assume 20 to be the largest. I need to make that 20 to be the largest. So I am moving the value whatever is there in A of I am moving in the variable known as largest. So this particular largest will erase its previous contents 10 and it will hold a new value, that is 20. When this will considered as the new value, the largest is 20, plus we also need to copy its location children. And where is its location? The location will be holded by the variable known as I. Therefore I is also moved in a position. Therefore I is right now it is holding as 1. Since we are moving the value of I to the position, position also points to the location, that is 1. So position is holding 1. I hope you all are understanding. Again what happens? I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, definitely I will start pointing at the second location. Previously it was pointing to 1. After that I gets incremented. Now this loop keeps on repeating until this particular condition fails. Now I is pointing to the second location children. I is equal to 2. Then it is again checking whether 2 is less than, as per this condition, 2 is less than 5. Yes, the condition is true. Once this condition is true, we are entering into the for loop, that is to execute the if condition. What is there in the if condition? Whether largest is less than A of I. Whether largest is less than A of. What is the latest value of largest children? As per this, it is a 20. Okay. Less than A of I. What is the current value of I? That is 2 here. Isn't it? Largest is less than A of 2. What do you mean by A of 2? A of 2 in the sense 40. Whether 20 is less than 40? Yes. Whether 20 is less than 40, the condition is true. Since the condition is true, we are entering the if loop. Okay. What I have to assume? I have to make 40 to be the largest. Am I right? So, I am moving whatever is there in A of I am moving in a variable known as largest. So, this largest, it will erase its previous contents and accepts the new value 40 to be the largest. if I am assuming this to be the largest, definitely we need to also copy its location, children. Where this location is, where this particular value is, it is being holded by a variable known as I. So that same I will be moved in a position. This is I. So what does I contains? 2 it contains. So 2 is being moved in a POS. So therefore the largest value is 40. Position holds the new value as 2. Again I gets incremented. After this what happens? Like this, I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, definitely it will start pointing to the third location. Now let us see how it works. Now see, currently we are pointing at this particular location, and we know that the current value of largest is 40 and its position is 2. Now you see whether 3 is less than 5 as per the for loop. Condition is true. Once the condition is true, we are entering into the loop, and I am checking whether largest is less than a of I. What is the current value of I? That is 3. What does largest is holding? The latest value 40. And what does this a of 3 holds? A of 3 holds 5. Whether 40 is less than 5, the condition fails. Once this condition fails, if condition, it will never execute these set of statements. In fact, I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, definitely we will start pointing at this particular location. Again, I need to compare this 40 with 60. I need to compare. Therefore, I need to check the location is 4, isn't it? As per the for loop, 4 is less than 5. The condition is true, children. On satisfying this condition, we are entering into the loop, that is if loop. Whether largest is less than a of I. What is I value currently? It is 4. So a of I in the sense a of 4. What does a of 4 consist of? 60. Therefore, whether 40 is less than 60, yes, the condition is true. On satisfying this condition, we are entering into the loop wherein I am moving the value of a of I in the largest. I am moving a of I value in the largest, children. Therefore, the new value of the largest will be 60. Now, when I am assuming this one to be the largest, definitely I need to copy its location also. Therefore, whatever I value, I am moving in a variable known as position. Therefore, position also points to the, that is location 4. Finally, after this one, again I gets incremented. After this, I gets incremented. When I gets incremented, I becomes 5. 5 is less than 5, children. The condition fails. Once this particular condition fails, finally, we are printing the largest to be the 60 and position as 4. These are the two latest value of largest and the position. Now, according to the program, when you observe here, okay, what is this? How many elements? 5. So, enter the array elements. So, these are the array elements. When you execute this, I am getting the largest element is 60 and its position is 4. See here, after this one, we have the printing statement. So, as per that, we got the correct largest value as well as we got the correct position, isn't it? Now, let me execute the program for you and show how it works. Yes, this is the program, children. The entire program, the same coding here. You can observe the same code I have written. Let me compile first. I got 0 errors. And let me run the code. Now here it is asking how many elements. Let me give the input as 4 elements. When I give the input as 4 elements, they are asking me to enter 4 elements, 45, 6, I'll enter 17, okay, and then I'll enter 80. Now these are the 4 elements. We know that we need to find the largest element and plus we want its position. Now as per this given input, we know that 80 is the largest element wherein it is to be present at the location that is 0. Now here comes the output. Yes, the largest element is 80 and its position is 3. One more output I'll just execute and show. Here I'll just run the code. When I run the code here, I need to have let me give the 5 elements here, children. When I give the 5 elements, I'll press enter. So herein, let me give some of the elements as 12, okay, 100, and then 67, 45, and I'll give 34. So these are the 5 elements I'm giving, and press enter. So here the largest element is 100 and its position is 1 because it takes 0 and 1. I hope students you have got the clear explanation about this program. So you also can try with a different set of values and try for the tracing. Thank you students. Take care of yourself.